live on TikTok. Why not? Let's give it a shot. So I know it's July, but us crafters are already into Halloween. So I am going to make something today I've never done before. It's my first time. Be gentle with me. This is a spider web. It's like a bicycle wheel type, and I got this at Michael's last year. So I've been holding on to this for a while. I hope they have that again this year. So I've got this. I'm going to put it on that side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attach some of these on here. I'm going to make a bow, and then I'm going to put this giant spider on there as well. So this should be a pretty quick project, actually. So I'm going to start right now by attaching these. So these I got from Craft Outlet. They're really, really cute. These little fuzzy balls. I can tell these are like pipe cleaners that are glued on there, but they're so cute. I love that. So I'm going to figure out how far in here do I want these to go. I'm going to have a bow in the middle, kind of off center actually, that should cover most of this. But I'm trying to figure out if I want them to go that close. So if I would want to go like that and have that up there, or if I want to go kind of more spread it out a little bit more. Not entirely sure what I want to do yet. I kind of want to split the difference actually, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm also going to cut these down with my stem cutter, so pardon me, I'm going to take this off camera. I'm going to cut off about, I'd say, 2 inches off the bottom of each of these picks. I got this stem cutter from Deco Exchange, and honestly, it's been life-changing. Trying to cut this with regular old wire snips is a bitch, and I don't really feel like doing it. So, this should be pretty easy. I'm actually going to use zip ties to do most of this. I'm actually going to slip one kind of between here as the first one. So these should be pretty quick to do, honestly. Probably even faster than doing this on a regular grapevine wreath. So I am excited. Live on TikTok. I'm not showing you my face because, girl, I did not have time to put any makeup on today. It's one of them days. One of those days. Had stuff to do in the morning, got to see family, but now, like, you know, I don't care what I look like. I am who I am. I don't have any appearance hang-ups. Am I fat? Yes. Do I care? Not really. Alright, pushing that down. Push that back up. Okay, so then this one's kind of in the center. So these are a little bit thicker of a zip tie. The thin ones are nice, but you know, if you're hard on something, those can snap easily. So I like to go with something. I think these are like 8-inch zip ties, I think. And yeah, it wastes some of the edge, but it's still worth it. Okay, now this other one I'm going to put, I think probably halfway up. So I'm going to start here and then probably bend it a little bit. Cool thing is, hey, I can just pop that right up in there. Nice. Oh, going to Crafters Convention next week, so I'm very excited about that. Get to see people I haven't seen before and meet people I haven't met before, and so excited about that. Meet Allison from 3L Creations. I'm going to see my friend Deb. All very exciting. Cannot wait. Okay, now this one I'm going to weave through again. Probably put that one on more toward the back here. So weave that through. This is not directly on one of these spines. This is kind of halfway in between. So I want to make sure that it's going to stay. Usually it does. I've got to get a lot more Halloween stuff in my shop, and I am behind. My daughter's getting married in September. Not the little one that you've seen on my videos. No, I do not believe in child marriage. But I am doing most of the florals and centerpieces for my 25-year-old's wedding. So I am super psyched about that. But it is a lot of work. Oh my gosh, it's a lot of work. Okay, so I've got these on there. Sticking out. Those are not going anywhere. Okay, perfect. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bow. And it's going to be a nice bow. Not too huge, but, you know, sizable. Sizable enough. So I'm going to do a 4-inch ribbon. This is the Deluxe Easy Bow Maker. I love this. I cannot make hand bows. My hands have a bit of arthritis. My pinky doesn't work. So this Deluxe Easy Bow Maker is awesome. They have them at Deco Exchange. You can also try craft stores, but I like to promote Deco Exchange. Other great stuff there too, so do not hesitate to go check that out. All right, so I've already have this end already dovetailed, so I'm gonna kind of pinch that together and see, is that, yeah, that's about the right size. So when I put that in here, this measures, the tip of it is measuring to 8 inches. So if you want a bow this size, cut a little bigger than 8 inches. All right, got that in there. I've pinched and twisted, okay? So the pinch and twist is very important. It's like the bend and snap, but for wreathers. Pinch and twist. Yeah. So you want to see on this side, this is where the loop is going to be made. You want to see the back side of it facing you. And then flip it on over. Kind of shove it on through there. If that measured out to 8 inches, I want this to maybe come out probably just to about 7. And I'm only going to make 2 loops on this. So I'm going to pinch and twist. All right, make sure everything is nice and lined up. Here you can see it is pinched, it is twisted, and then I see the nice back side of this coming back through. This measures to 7 inches. All right, pushing that on in. There we go. Measure this past 8 and trim. I'm going to add more layers onto here, but I really like adding a 4-inch on the back. Every time I make a bow that I need it to be substantial, not floppy. I used to be afraid of 4-inch ribbon. Oh, but it's so expensive. Oh, but it's so big. No, go for it. Go for it. It makes all the difference in the world in your finished product. It looks elegant. It looks more expensive. And yes, a roll might be a little bit more expensive than regular ribbon, but you don't use that much. So this was $9.50, but I didn't pay $9.50 because I live by Craig Bachman Imports in Chicago, and I got that for half price, which was fantastic. Love that. I drop so much money there twice a year, but it really is helpful. Oh no, I lost my other sticky. Okay, that's my complaint about the Easy Bow Makers that it pops out. So hold on a second. Got my anger out. Who says crafting isn't therapy? See? You get to beat the crap out of stuff. It's fantastic. All right, I think the next ribbon I'm going to go with, so I have this spider one, but I want to put that more toward, I think, the top. So we're going to do that, I think, more toward the top. So I think the next one I'm going to go with is probably going to be this ribbon. I do have some other ones here. I've got that one. I just want to see, actually, you know what? I'm going to do this one. I'm only going to put in 2 loops of each, so it's not going to, I'm not going crazy on it, but I do want to have a lot of visual interest in this bow. So I'm going to dovetail. So this came to 7, so this next one I'm going to do loops kind of around 6-ish. Go. I love buying 50-yard spools. Ain't nothing like a good old 50-yard spool coming in, because you know you can use it to make a whole bunch of stuff. Smaller spools are nice, but when you start to make a lot, or if you have duplicates you're trying to make, then you're always afraid, oh, I don't want to use too much. And then you don't use enough ribbon, and then it looks kind of naked. So it's a happy medium, you know. But sometimes it's hard to find the 50-yard spools of the prints that you like, but there's just some basics that if you have the money to invest, you know, well, who's got spare money? I don't, but I believe in the little luxuries. So that is
A cute little bow, the greenery toward the back. It's not too densely packed, just right. Thank you so much for watching today. I appreciate it. If you could give me a follow, that would be fantastic. Thanks so much. Happy crafting.
Until the economy bounces back. It's like me on a trampoline. It might take a while, but at some point it will bounce. All right. Put that in there. Okay, so this one was 7, 6. This I'm probably going to put like 5.5 because I don't want my loops to start getting too small. So, a little bit. There we go. All right. I like this ribbon. It reminds me, the squigglies on here reminds me of Charlie Brown's shirt. I know I'm not the only one. And I know you kids that are younger are probably like, who the heck is Charlie Brown? Well, if you're younger, you're probably not watching my videos anyway. So, long live. Wah, 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 wah. I miss those days. My husband loved Peanuts. Was never a huge fan. All right. Here we go. Coming through. Oh my gosh, all this ribbon all over the place. It's crazy. Okay. I'm trying to debate which one to go with first. Let's go with next. I think I'm definitely going to go with this one next because then I'll have purple and then I'll have a black and white. I don't want to put that on top of that. Might get lost. All right. Love cutting open a new spool of ribbon. Oh, it's just so satisfying. But also intimidating, especially if it's a 4-inch ribbon. All right, putting that in there. There we go. I've got a lot of craft shows coming up this fall, so I had better get myself in gear. And if you're commenting, I'm sorry I can't see you. I have the phone facing the other way. I don't have a big enough screen to be able to see it without my face in it anyway. But I will respond later if anyone's got questions. I'm going to plug myself here, okay? Shameless plug. I have a YouTube channel that has a lot of full-length tutorials on there for different things, especially I make tomato cage trees. It's kind of like what I'm most known for. So there's tutorials out there on how to make those. They are super fun. They are fantastic to make for small spaces. So nursing homes, small apartments, dorms, anything like that. Those are awesome. They light up. You can make them in any kind of colors or theme you want. They're super fun. All right. I like this ribbon. It's fuzzy. It's like, it's fuzzy. I like it. Nice. All right, dovetailing. Here we go. Throwing this one on there. Yeah, that looks good enough. I used to be really precise. Now I kind of just sort of eyeball stuff and say, yeah, looks good to me. All right. Almost done. I got one more layer to go. I'm trying to do this before my kid wakes up. Because I know she's sleeping. I know she's going to wake up any minute. I mean, it's not like she's a baby. She's 9. But still, I probably should think about what to do for dinner. All right, dovetail that. Oh, got some ribbons there. All right. I might consider gluing a little spider in the center of this. I'm not sure yet. I want to see how it turns out. If I feel like it needs something, I can always do that, but I don't want to over add. If I add another spider to the bow, I don't want it to take away from Mr. Big Honkin' Spider over there. So we'll see. Okay. Now, that is the bow. I'm going to grab a chenille stem in case I need it. And actually, I'll probably end up, you know what I'll end up doing? I'm going to stick a zip tie on the back of this so that I'm going to close this up with the zip tie, but I'm going to have an open zip tie in the back so that I can zip it. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use 2 chenille stems because I want to be able to attach it to multiple places. I don't want it to be flopping all over. I don't want it to be flippy floppy. So I'm going to squish it down. I'm going to make a sandwich. Oh, that sounds good for dinner. Sandwich. Oh, yeah. Jimmy John's. Shameless plug. Okay. I'm going to put this through, put my finger underneath that, bring this around. So, alrighty. Okay, now before I pull it tight, I want to make sure everything is good. All the layers seem good. I like where it's at. Got these chenille stems back here. They're doing good. All right, now I'm gonna squish the shush out of it. There we go. There we go. All right, so we have this bow. I'm gonna fluff the bow. I always wanted to be a professional fluffer. Huh. Yeah, if you're my kind of humor, you get the joke. If not, I'm not going to explain it. No, 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 no. Okay. All right. It's coming out there. I like to just separate these. These should all kind of operate individually, but also kind of be diagonal from each other. You know, you don't want anything next to each other. See, all the patterns are that and that are diagonal, that and that are diagonal, that and that and that. Okay, so this is the bow. Now, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna stick anything in there. Okay, so now I have chenille stems on the back of here. Okay, so just gonna twist that once. All right, now just figure out how and where I want to put that in, and I think actually that looks pretty good, just like that. So kind of put it, or do I want? No, I don't want a loop in there, but I think this could work. So see how I've got one of the big 4-inch, one of the 4-inch loops is going to go in here between. So that means that's going to go there. So I'm going to flip it around and work on it this way. Okay, so it's hard to see because it's black on the black there, so I don't really have a lot of contrast for you to see, but okay, I think maybe I'll come through on this side. I want to be able to anchor it well. I don't want it to just slide up and down, so I'm going to make sure that I actually use some of what's there to anchor that. So I'm going to twist that. All right, and then these I'm gonna push through here. Here we go. And the nice thing about it then is like these little ends that are, I can just push them right back on the other side, and then they're all good. No harm, no foul. All right. I'm gonna refluff that in a second, but you'll see. Here we go. Let's trim that off. I'm just gonna bend that down. There we go. Okay. Refluff this a little bit. It actually didn't get that squished. I'm surprised. All right. And use the wires to kind of make sure everything is a little flattened out, straightened out, but not too flat. We want it to have some life and some spring to it. I don't want it to be all squished or in there too tightly. Okay, and this, I'm gonna unroll a little bit and bring that out. Okay, so that's what I've got going so far on that. I figure I'll kind of angle down a little bit more that way. Try to figure out, is that how I want it to go? I mean, I could put it down. Nope. Yeah, it's too far up. I like it like that. So I think I'm going to attach this guy probably right here. So what I've done is this is a dollar store spider. I got this last year, but they seem to have them every year. It's a dollar store spider, but there's nowhere to really attach it to where you wouldn't see it. So I took a chenille stem. I added a lot of hot glue, like a U shape all around the bottom here. I made a U shape with the pipe cleaner, and I just kind of pushed it down in there, not with my finger, because I burnt myself. But I used the tip of the glue gun to kind of push that in there. And this is now, I think I did this about 25 minutes ago, so it's nice and dry. So I'm going to go in underneath here and play around with attaching it. I think I want to make sure it goes, stuck in there, goes this way. Now I don't like that his legs are sticking off, so I want to come in at least one layer. Come on, get those arms out of there. I want him to kind of come like that. So he doesn't have to be all the way on there, but I do want it to be where he's looking good on there. So I think that's good. I'm going to twist the bottom. Attach that on there. I like to just twist to make sure it's secure. Leave about an inch and a half. Snip it. Then I'm going to push the inside in toward Mr. Spider so it's all on the inside. I can even really wrap this around here again if I want to, just for some added security. All right. And there. I've had this bicycle wheel staring at me for a year, and I'm glad I finally did something with it. And honestly, look, it did not really take us that long to do, did it? This is something really fun. If you're a beginner wreath maker and you're a little intimidated with trying to make wreaths or grapevines, start with something like this. And you'll start to get the hang of it, the tricks of the trade, and there we go. So I'm going to take pictures of this, and I'm going to be listing this on my website. SweetAriaDecor.com takes you directly to my Etsy page, and it will be there. Okay? Thank you so much for watching my live. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a freaking fantastic weekend. And thank you again. I appreciate your support. Have a good one.